Hi everyone, welcome to Love Rain Journals. My name is Jess. I'm so happy you're here. Today I wanted to share a little bit about a self-love journal that I'm working in. If you know Leah from Thrifty Day, which you probably do because she's the best, she has a YouTube channel here, and she also has a Patreon. So I am one of her patrons. And as part of her Patreon, sometimes she'll have different prompts and stuff. And this month, there is a self-love prompt for each day of February. And so I wanted to dedicate a special journal to Self-Love February. And I didn't want to make one, and I didn't want to buy one, and I didn't want to just, get a brand new notebook or something like that. I wanted to use something that I had on hand. So what I ended up doing is kind of upcycling my Happy Planner. This is an old Happy Planner that I used in 2021 and 2022. And I used it. So it's filled in, well, some days anyway. And it was one of those planners where it wasn't cute. It was just, it was meetings, appointments, things like that, basic like life stuff that I needed to keep track of. And so I had it sitting around. I've thrown some away, because why do I need a old planner full of meetings and what dinners we ate and stuff like that. Sometimes I keep them if I did anything creative or there was any memory keeping in them. And I realized this has memories too, but I read through it and it wasn't anything exciting, and I was memory keeping at the same time. So I have journal logs of these memories, but in a cuter form, So I wasn't interested in keeping this. All that to say, I was like, oh my gosh, I've seen people do creative journaling in these disc style journals. I, for some reason, was never a big fan of the discs, but and so this was like the first and last Happy Planner I ever bought because I just wasn't big on it. However, using it in this way, I love it. And I found this on clearance at Michael's. If it wasn't on clearance, I never would have thought to buy one. I think in my mind, I was thinking I needed like some big contraption to make journal pages fit in these, and this is actually all you need. So this is We Are Memory Keepers. I don't even remember what it's called, but it just punches the little, the holes for these discs to fit. And once I found that out, man, I'm excited because I can make any page fit with these discs, and that is just super cool. So, okay, backtracking, the first thing I did was cover it in stickers. So I am a big sticker collector, and I've been a hoarder up until, I don't know, not too recently, and I've really been trying to use my stickers, use the pretty things, because let me tell you, I'm enjoying these stickers so much more now that I can look at them every day, rather than just them sitting in a little bin. So yes, use the good things, use the stickers, and it just brings me a lot of joy. So there are so many creators that I support, and I will link them in the description, but just, looking right here, I already see so many different people. There's Megan in the Moon, Autumnal Wood, Julia Cat from theflyingcat.net, Reno Graphics, February and June, there's just, I love it. These are all people that I met in the journaling community, and I love supporting them, and it just brings me joy to see their art on my little journal here. So anyway, this here, the inside cover is actually a postcard, or a print actually, from Megan and the Moon, and I love it. It had been hanging on my wall for a couple of years, and I decided I wanted it in here for my self-love journal because it says be gentle with yourself, and I just thought it was the perfect fit in here. So excuse me, all I did is tape it down with some packing tape, and it is nice and secure and will stay safe, and I can always see that beautiful reminder. This is the first thing that I used my punch on. As you can see, the punch cuts these little openings to fit the discs. And this is from Areno Graphics, this beautiful calendar, and I wanted to have this in my journal. And so since this was the first thing that I trimmed with the disc punch, it was a little bit awkward with the shape of it, and so it fits up here at the top, and that's totally fine with me. I love having little things poking out of my journal at the top or the sides or wherever, so that is totally fine. But there is my 2025 calendar. So all I have been doing is really collaging on these pages. So they're really sturdy pages when I have, you know, worked on both sides of them, because there are so many layers, but I absolutely love that. And I had made a lot of room in this planner before I started working in it because, you know, there are usually the tabs that stick out here on the side with the months and different things. And I removed all of the pages that had those little tabs on them because I didn't need those months. So it really took a lot of bulk out of this planner and made room for me to chunk up these pages, which was absolutely perfect. So this is my beginning of the self-love February journal. So I just created this little header here out of some scrap papers, some scrapbooking papers that I had lying around. And then this is a magazine image. I absolutely love using magazine images in my journals. I know it's not for everyone. Some people don't like how they are glossy. I don't mind it at all. And so, yeah, it works out perfectly for me. I'll just give you a quick rundown if I see things from other creators, but like this is part of a printable from Reno Graphics. This here and this is a printable from February and June. My daughter actually painted this peony and gave that to me. So, and then I received this adorable little strawberry shortcake note paper in some happy mail. So anyway, and also I'm really liking using a tape runner for this particular journal, just, you know, putting down so many papers and wanting them really secure. I usually, in my regular journals, I do not like tape runners. I don't use them. I use a glue stick, and I use my little glue bottle of art glitter glue. Those are my favorites typically. But in this journal, for the most part, I have just used a tape runner. So here we go. This was day 1 and 2 for the prompts. This is day 3. This was a very sensitive subject for me, subject matter, and so I wanted to keep the journaling private. So what I did was I had made this little tag with this pouch that I created, or I barely created it. I just upcycled it. It was a sticker packaging, cellophane sticker packaging, And I made a tag the perfect size to fit inside of here, and I just collaged over it. I think this was like a cereal box or something like that. And I just collaged it, and it fits perfectly in here. So all I did, because I'm telling you, I really wanted this hidden, was I did my journaling on this little paper and then made it a little flip here so you could still see my tag. The journaling is secure and it is private. And so that was day 3. This is day 4. This was another, there's some good prompts. I'll just say that. So there's been a couple that were like, man, they really get you thinking. And this was another one that was really kind of hard to process. I did a little bit of journaling about it. I just covered it with a little post-it for now. But anyway, my beautiful friend Kendra carved this stamp of myself and my little kitty here, and that's a little print of it. And so I stuck this in here. It was cute because my husband got Panda Express, and this was his little, what do you call these? Fortunes. It says, be your strongest advocate. And I love that. I love that for me. I love that for all of us. So anyway, I put that down. The back of this page is a beautiful collage from Leah at Thrifty Day. Again, I'm one of her patrons and received this in some Happy Mail. She makes these collages, digital collages, and they're just beautiful. So this is a little painted bird tag that I made for my patrons, and those are going out this month. And so I just used, this was my prototype, so it's not perfect. And I always end up using the prototypes because, you know, I don't mind the imperfections. And so that is just stuck here in my journal. Day 5 is just a cute page. This was a question of what I want my 5-year-old self to know. And so I made it, you know, all things that I would have loved when I was little. I had a tea set. I had a little baby kitten. This was from a children's book, Strawberry Shortcake, a scratch and sniff sticker, and these bunnies. I had a bunny named BB when I was little also. And actually this gumball machine image was the cover page in a pack of colored cardstock that I got, and I loved that image, so I just kind of collaged that down, and I finished it off with some pretty wide washi tape. So that was fun and easy, and I love how it turned out. Day 6 was just a bunch of, basically, I think this was a magazine image. This was a flower seed catalog image. Another piece of Leah's collage here, February and June's little journaling spot, and some stickers, and that was it. I love collaging. It's probably my favorite way to fill up my journals. Day 7 was your favorite song, and I just, there are so many, and I can't really think of my favorite song, but I know that every February I think of my husband and I. We have a song, it's Home by Edward Sharpe and the Magnetic Zeros, and so every February I just think of that song. Here's a sticker from a local record store here in town, and me and my honey. I made these little watercolor affirmation hearts on my Patreon, and I had a blank one, and I just wrote the name of the song here. This little friendship pin was sent to me in some Happy Mail, and I just taped one side of that down, so that's pretty cute. This one was about downtime, and I thought, I'm always keeping my tea bag packaging. And so in just about, literally in just about every journal that I own, I have tea bag or tea bag packaging down in my journal. So I thought this was a perfect page for that. It's about having downtime and how it's necessary and it's good for us. And so I wanted to add those in here. This was just a beautiful quote from a magazine. I love magazines for this reason. Also, this is from a Bella Grace magazine, which is beautiful for journaling, in my opinion. And then this was my most recent page. This was for day 9. This was about being compassionate to myself. And this beautiful little card here was made by February and June. I am part of her Patreon, and this was sent in some happy mail. Autumnal Wood, this was sent in her Patreon mail. I just thought it was a really nice little image for this. I should be more compassionate to myself when, and then fill in the blank. And so mine was about the days that I am not feeling well and just being hard on myself for that. And you know, we all deserve rest, and so I thought this was perfect. This little wizard guy is chilling with his frog and doing some knitting and having tea, and I just thought that was great. This is another one of my little affirmation hearts, and I put some magazine text in here, and it just says a quiet space to rest. So it all went together really well. Okay, so this is funny. Last night my daughter, she ate the last Uncrustable, and she was like, "Mom, isn't it cute? Don't you want it for your journal?" And yeah, of course I do. It's a little Valentine themed box, and so that is super cute. So I used my trusty little punch and stuck it in here so I can do some collaging or journaling back here. And today I would like to fill in this page. So this will be day 10. I think it is something to do with how would you treat yourself the way you would treat your best friend? And so that is a good prompt. So I just brought some things over that I had handy that I thought I might want to use here. And the first thing I do in here is get some papers down on the background. I love this magazine image. It really kind of depends on how much I want to cover this page. This one also. These are both from Bella Grace. When I tell you, it has beautiful, look at that, man. Sometimes you kind of have to decide what side you really want to use because the images are just very beautiful. So let's see. I just brought some little pieces and scraps, and what do I want to do? I'm thinking I might use that. I really love that, but that would also be really, really pretty in here. Yeah, I think I might put this page down. And let me trim off the bottom here where it says Bella Grace. I'm thinking I might want a torn edge from this paper. So this is a fun little hack, but if you want to see the torn edge on your paper, pull it towards you. If you don't, pull it the other way. It took me longer than I'd like to admit to realize that that was that was the hack. So okay, so I think I like this. So I am just going to use my little tape runner here. That is not the straightest, but it will do. And then let me get this down, and then we can trim up the edge. Okay, so here is our base. I love looking back on these pages because I can see that my kids did a lot of doodling in here. Okay, so there is the base of our page. Now, I need to find a little thing to journal on. I just saw this sitting on my desk. This is a book that I actually have for the purpose of kind of taking apart. I read it and now I just use these really, really beautiful images. It's just so, so pretty. I feel like even something like this would be so pretty in it, but we already have the background. There's a lot of pages like this to where you can journal in them. And so I've done that quite a few times. I need to take a peek at what the prompt was because I don't remember how exactly it's worded. So I'm gonna take a look and be right back. Okay, now the prompt was, how can you show up for yourself like you would for your best friend? And I'm gonna go ahead and give this some thought and do some journaling right now. Okay, so I did some journaling and I'm just going to tear it. I have plenty of paper for later. And I am going to use this Salmon Posca to write the date. Okay, so this will be 210. Okay. I usually like to outline the letters or the numbers after I write them with a Posca, just to kind of make them stand out, but we're going to let that dry first. And I want to kind of decide what else I want to add to this page so that I can see where I want to place it. I think I'm going to kind of draw lines around the edge of this little paper. I like to do that especially if there's like similar colors up against each other, just so that you can kind of see, it kind of gives it definition so it stands out a little bit more. So one thing that I kind of wanted to do, I haven't done this in a long time, is make some swirl stickers. So I do want to add some to this layout, or to this page. And I haven't done this in a long time, so let's see if I do this correctly. But I saw Megan and the Moon do this a long time ago, and I thought it was the coolest thing. But basically, you, from what I remember, you take a sticker, or you take, you could do this with any paper. This happens to be sticker glitter paper, holographic. You take a circle and you cut a spiral out of it. Okay, so we have our spiral. It doesn't really have any definition yet, right? So now you go in the middle of your spiral and you just cut. You cut into it and you will end up with 2 spirals. And you can kind of shape them a little bit better when you're done. I've done this with magazine images, especially with a flower catalog, because there's beautiful floral images, and then to make a little spiral out of some flowers is just the prettiest thing. But yeah, this is what we're left with, are these 2 very cool spirals. So like how this is touching, I would just kind of trim that. This is a little wide here, so you know, you could do some reshaping, or they're just fine as they are. Also, this has a little point right here I'm gonna smooth out. But basically that's it. You have these really cool spirals, and like I said, these are actually on sticker paper, so yeah, they are gonna be fun. I think maybe I'll put one on this side, on this little page, and I'll have one over here. I think I'll just stick this down right where it is. I like that. Oops, I forgot this was a little wet. Okay, let's see, before I forget, I'm going to kind of outline these numbers. I'm going to use my fine tip Posca to do that. And I like some kind of imperfections when doing stuff like this, so the color is kind of out of the lines and stuff. As you can see, this Posca is kind of splattering, and that's fine. I like all of that. I am kind of a shaky person. I have tremors, and so my writing is not always, well, it's not ever, it's not really ever smooth and straight and perfect, of course. But I love the effect of that. So I think I'm going to put the smaller one here. And these will just need the backing taken off. And that's it. I kind of just smooth it around like that so that there's no little wrinkles in it, you know what I mean? That is that, and I could even put one up here if I wanted. I'm thinking I kind of want to do something on this side, so let me see. I have a little box with all of my special things just from this month that I have collected. And I might want to add something in here. I have these adorable, that would fit perfectly. I have these adorable little children's book page images, you know, just because they're cute and I like them. I have some Valentines from friends that I received in Happy Mail. So I have a lot to choose from. I have handmade Valentines from my kids and these adorable Star Wars, I almost said Star Trek, Valentines. Just so many goodies that I received. These are the hearts that I was mentioning that we made on my Patreon. These, they are watercolor on book pages, and then I used a white Posca and wrote some affirmations for myself. I think I'm actually going to use some of these. So we'll leave these out. And this is the sticker sheet that actually went with this print that is on this side here. So I think I'm going to go ahead and use that as well. Let's see here. I'm going to maybe put some of this paper down here. So let me trim some. And again, I'm going to give it a torn edge about right here. I really enjoy torn edges, especially lately for some reason. So I'm going to put this down here. Do I have the loudest tape runner ever? I don't ever hear anyone else's being this loud, and mine is just always annoying. I'm like, what in the heck? Okay, let's see. Get this down straight-ish. I guess I didn't cut the little box straight because now that looks not straight, but that's okay. I don't care. I want to put this down and this down. I think I'll put this up in the corner-ish because I think that will be cute. I haven't made these spirals in a long time. One time I made a ton of them and sent them in Happy Mail, and I think that was the last time I did this. But they are so satisfying to make. So let me start at the center of the spiral again and just kind of smooth around it as it goes down, and it should lay down perfectly, just like that. Okay, so I'm gonna give this a little bit of an outline. And then it can go down here. And I have these hearts. So let's see. I'm going to use I am worthy because that's a word that I used here. I am enough, I am unique, I attract positivity, kindness, content, loved. Maybe I love myself. Love your friends would be a good one for this page as well, because it's about how you should treat yourself like your best friend. And here's one that just says loved. I forgive myself. The heart is most important. I deserve love. I deserve respect. I am fearless. I like this one, be silly, for the cute little squirrels over here. Okay, so I'm gonna use my glue here, or wait, this one, okay. Okay, and then let's see where I want to put these. I'm wondering if I should just put, I think I'll just put 3 on this page. I think that looks better. Okay, I think we're done. I think that is it for day 10. Yes, I'm behind, but that is okay. Here is day 10 in our self-love February journal. And I really, really like it. I hope you found some inspiration from this video. And if you're also participating in Self-Love February, let me know. It's always fun to connect with friends who are along on the same journey. If you're not, I encourage you to just show yourself some extra kindness and make time for creativity now and always. Anyway, thanks for being here, friends, and I will see you again soon. Bye.